Hi everybody, this is just a quick video to go through what I want you to look at for the English class for this week. There's just a couple of worksheets that we'll go through this week because I know it's difficult for you online. I will be sending this one that you can see in the picture to you in the post, so you'll get that, and you can either work on this yourself and just write the answers in your copybook, or you can wait till you get the worksheets and do it on the worksheets. The other thing that we'll be looking at today is a little bit of revision for the habitats portfolio, because we have to finish that this term and I want to do a little bit of revision on it because there's quite a lot of difficult content in there. So we'll start off with this one. So this is about reading a menu. Okay, so it's a reading activity and we'll be using a restaurant menu to answer some questions on. Okay, now there's a little preparation task that you can do before reading. So here it is, the preparation task, and it says match the definitions A to F. Let me move that down a little. There's A to F with the vocabulary 1 to 6. Okay, definitions, what does that mean? That means meanings. What does something mean? Okay, and vocabulary is just a posh word for words. Okay, so words associated with a restaurant menu is what we're talking about. Okay, so the vocabulary or words are here and the meanings or definitions are here. Okay, so for example, the word dressing. Where do you see dressing used in a restaurant menu? Would it be about something that's cooked in the oven? Not really. A sauce to put on a salad. Okay, so you've heard of salad dressing. You might have a Caesar salad dressing, or oil and vinegar, or honey and lemon, something like that. Okay, a dressing, would it mean without meat? Nope. Would it mean not made in a shop or not bought in a shop? Not necessarily. You can make yours at home if you want to. Does it mean comes with something? No, it doesn't. And does it mean changes every day? No, it doesn't. It means it's a sauce to put on a salad. Okay, so 1 goes to B. Okay, if something is served with something else, okay, what does that mean? Does it come from? Does it mean cooked in the oven? Is it a sauce to put on a salad? Does it mean without meat? Does it mean it's not from a shop or that it's homemade? Does it mean it comes with something else or changes every day? So that one is comes with. Served with means your burger might come with chips. It's served with chips. Okay. Homemade. Okay, so we mentioned that one already. Not from a shop. Okay, so number 3 goes to D. Of the day. So sometimes in restaurants they won't have the exact same thing on the menu every day. You often see this with fish or with soup, where they have fish of the day or soup of the day. That means that they will just, for example with fish, whatever the catch has been in the previous few days, whatever fresh fish that they get delivered, that's the fish that will be on the menu. It could be salmon, it could be hake, it could be sole, it could be various different kinds of fish, but they won't know from day to day which it is, and it allows them to change their mind. So it'll be different on different days. Okay. Roast. Roast is a way of cooking. Okay, so you might roast a chicken or a leg of lamb or side of beef. So that means cooked in the oven. And vegetarian, vegetables only, no meat. So that means without meat. Okay. So hopefully having gone through those will help you understand some of the words and some of the details in the menu. Okay, so here's our restaurant menu. It's from Tony's Kitchen, and he has meat and fish, and you can see he's got grilled fish of the day for €8, steak with chips or salad, £12 even, sausage and roast tomato pasta, £7, chicken salad with garlic and yogurt dressing, £7. Then you have the vegetarian options here. Okay, cheese and tomato pizza and mushroom omelette. And you have a vegetable chili here, £7 again, and soup of the day with brown and white bread. And that's under the vegetarian menu, so the soup is going to be a vegetarian soup, won't have meat in it. Then you have something sweet, or what we would call desserts. Homemade carrot cake, £3.50. Homemade banana cake, £3.50. Chocolate ice cream with chocolate sauce, And then fresh fruit salad with grapes, mango, melon and apple, served with, or that comes with, cream or ice cream. And then you have the drinks at the bottom there. Okay. So what you have to do is write the words into the correct group. Now you can either do that on your worksheet when you get it, or you can write it into your book. You see the way I have it just written in here. Where's my finger? In there. Okay, and you can write it in that way either. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I want you to put the meat, the items that are meat here, the ones that are drinks here, and the ways that are different ways to prepare food, even, they go here. Okay. And then there are just some true or false questions. Okay, so what you want to do here is say whether this statement, the fish is the same every day, is that true or false? And the same for the rest of them there. Okay, and that is that worksheet. All right, so I'm going to pause here and then I'll go to the other worksheet that I'd like you to do. Okay, thanks guys. Okay, back again for the second part. So in this part of the class, guys, this is just a little bit of revision for you. So we spent a lot of time last term talking about habitats and the different animal groups. So if you remember, reptiles, fish, mammals, amphibians and birds. So we had 5 main groups and we discussed the various characteristics that they have. So this is just a little exercise to go back over that again. Okay. One thing I want to point out here, there is a word in there that we never came across. So we're going to ignore that. Okay. It actually refers to this here, have more than 4 jointed legs, have body parts. So they're particular types of insects, but we didn't discuss those in detail, so I don't want you to worry about that word. So what you would do if you wanted to is write that word in here, but don't worry about it, okay? I do want to talk about the rest of the boxes here and the types of animals that they describe, because this is revision for what we have done previously, okay? So if we are talking about the types of animals that live in water, okay, they have scales, gills and fins. Okay, now scales are on their skin, okay? Gills are what they breathe through. Now, we humans or mammals, we breathe with our lungs, which are in here inside our chests. These animals have gills, they don't use lungs, okay? So they don't need to breathe in the air from the atmosphere like we do. And fins, okay? Fins are, let me find you a picture of fins. I'm going to stop the video and find you a picture of fins so you know what they are. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen, guys, but what I've got here is a picture of a fish, and you can see that they've got scaly skin here. These are the fins on the fish, and then the gills are somewhere here. I'm not a fish expert, but they're around here, okay? And that's what they use to breathe. So that should give you a very good hint as to what we are talking about when we are talking about animals that live in water, have scales, gills and fins, because they are fish. So you would write fish down here in this arrow. Okay. Now, this next group, they have scales as well. They're cold-blooded, but these are born on land, so they're not fish. But they do have scales and they are cold-blooded. So they're born on land, okay? So what are they? Well, if you think back, reptiles. Do you remember this word, reptiles? An example of this would be a snake. So it's got scaly skin. They are cold-blooded, so they don't regulate their temperature, their body temperature like we do. But they are born on land, okay? They need to breathe air. They're reptiles, okay? The next one, okay, these are born in water. They're not fish, okay? They have gills, like fish, and then they have lungs, okay? So they do both. They breathe in water and in the air, and they move from water to land, okay? Now, a good example of one of these animals is a frog, okay? And a frog is what we call an amphibian. Can live on water, in water I should say, and on land as well. Okay, so we would write amphibian down here in this arrow. Okay, now 2 more to go. These animals have fur or hair, and they drink milk from their mother. Okay, so fur or hair, got hair, and we drink milk from our mothers. Okay, so these are animals like us, humans. So which animal group do humans belong to? So we're not reptiles, we're not fish, we're not arthropods, we're not birds, we're not amphibians, so that leaves mammals. Okay, we are members of the mammal group. Okay, which means that after we've written mammals in here, the last one that's left is this one, and these guys have feathers. Okay, and they lay hard eggs. So what's left? They're the only group that have feathers, the only types of animals that have feathers. So they're not reptiles, it's like a snake or a crocodile. They're not fish, like salmon or cod. They're not mammals, like us, or bears, or dogs, or cats. They're not insects, like these guys. They're not amphibians, like frogs and toads. They are birds. Okay, so birds are the other group that we want to write in here. Okay, and that's just a little bit of revision because we haven't done this in a while and the language is quite difficult. So I just wanted to go over that again with you. All right, so that is the lesson for this week. You will get all of this in your email and some of you will get it in the post as well. I am sending any outstanding habitat portfolio sheets that you need to do in the post as well. So hold on to those because we'll need those to put into our portfolios. But next week's class will go over specifically what I want you to do with those. All right. Okay. Have a good week, guys. Thank you. Bye.